Welcome to my podcast, Useful or Useless Teaching Tech with Critical Curiosity. My name is Susan Abdallah. I teach at the college level, working with a diverse group of international students each semester. And like many educators, I find myself returning to the same big question: is technology actually useful for students' learning or just another shiny thing? That question sits at the center of three key ideas we explored in our Global Perspectives course. Let's start with the first theory. In teacher education, theory can feel like an afterthought, something abstract or disconnected from day to day teaching. But Bullock 2016 reminds us that theory helps us avoid what he calls mythologies of digital tools, those untested beliefs that new equals better. This really struck with me. When I'm introduced to a new platform, I don't jump straight to how do I use this? Instead, I ask, what specific learning problem does this solve, and what new problems might it create? This shift from tools to theory has helped me resist tech for tech's sake and focus on what actually improves students' learning. The second idea is about disruption. The EdTech world loves words like innovation and disruption. They sound exciting, but Sloan 2011 encourages us to stay skeptical. He argues that disruption isn't always good and that educators need to ask who benefits and who might be left behind. A few years ago, my colleague adopted a homework platform that promised innovative insights. It tracked every keystroke, every login, pause, and click. But students from countries with tight internet surveillance laws were worried. Applying Sloan's healthy skepticism would help educators avoid using tools that unintentionally exclude or disadvantage the very learners they're intended to support. Innovation is only valuable when it's also thoughtful, inclusive, and responsive to the diverse needs of all students. Now, the third issue: information and misinformation. In one of our Global Perspective classes, we looked at Wikipedia. It seems like a neutral crowdsourced encyclopedia, but Hera and Donny 2015 show us it's more complicated. They studied edit histories and talk pages and found that what ends up on Wikipedia pages often reflects who shows up, not just what's true. Pages about mainstream politics or Hollywood get constant attention, but lesser known histories like indigenous knowledge or regional conflicts can sit untouched for years. Even new contributors who try to update them often get overridden by long-time editors, which made me realize that the internet is only as good as the people who maintain it. For my students, this means learning to see Wikipedia not just as a source to cite carefully, but as a space shaped by gaps. So in my class, we now do a weekly fact check circle. We pick a Wikipedia claim and compare it to two academic sources. It's a small step, but it helps students build habits of healthy doubt and deeper inquiry. Now let's pause for a quick reality check. Before we adopt any tech tool, we need to ask, do all students have the basics to engage with it? Tech can widen gaps, especially in global classrooms. Real equity starts with asking about access, bandwidth, devices, language barriers before we roll out a new app. So now, before choosing a platform, I survey my students first. Their answers shape my tech choices, not the other way around. So, what's my angle? I call it critical curiosity. It means staying open to new tools, but also asking hard questions about their purpose and impact. It means putting student needs first, questioning the hype, and teaching not just with tech, but about it, its power, its limits, and its blind spots. Before we wrap up, here is my call to action for fellow educators. Next time you're considering a new teaching app or platform, pause and ask, what problem does this actually solve? Who might be excluded, silenced, or put at risk? How will we know it made learning better? If we can answer those with confidence, then the tool might be worth it. If not, maybe the best move is to say no and focus on what really matters in our teaching. Thank you for listening.